Alright, we're taking a quick look at the Bears and the Bees from Grandpa Beck's. This is a game where you are going to attempt to empty as much of your hand as possible each round, because cards give you points and points are bad. The person who has the fewest points at the end of 3 rounds wins overall. We're starting with just a queen bee and 1 piece of honeycomb, and on your turn you get to add exactly 1 card to this hive. So, in order to play a card, you have to match or connect it on 2 sides. Honeycomb are the only thing that can connect with the queen bee, and they can connect with any color because she's got the wild honey on all 6 sides over here. So this is a play where I've connected at least 2 sides. That'll work for me. Now, one of your main goals in the game is to look for opportunities to play cards that connect on at least 3 sides. If you connect on 3 or more sides with 1 play, that means you get a bonus play, and you can play 1 extra card that turn anywhere on the board. That is a legal play for you. If you happen to find that you can't play any of the cards in your hand because none of them have a legal 2 connection play, then you have to either draw a card or you have to discard a card and then draw 2 cards, your choice. So there are a bunch of different kinds of cards in the game aside from just honeycomb. We're going to come across drones. Drones have got the wild honey on 3 of their sides that can connect anywhere, and then the other 3 sides will be the same color. So my drone could fit in right here. We have got worker bees, which have got 5 different colors plus a honey side, so that's all the colors in the game, and they can fit in many places, but it's pretty hard to pull off a combo of 3 sides with 1 of them. The special part about worker bees is that when you play them, you get to choose 1 other player and make them draw an extra card. So you get to hand out a card somewhere around the table and take them further away from victory. Next, we have got flowers. Flowers are pretty tough to fit in because they're the same color on all 6 sides. If you happen to be able to play a flower, you force all other players to draw an extra card right away when you play it. So that's a really strong card. Then we have got the bears. Now the bears are the big bad in this game. You are going to have to connect a bear to a honey side of a drone or a worker bee because bears are hungry for honey. The other sides of the bear, you need to connect at least 1 other to make it a legal play with 2 connections, but they can connect to any side of the other cards around them. So because I've got 3 on those sides, I'm going to get a bonus play out of this as well. Now when you play a bear, you immediately get to hand 1 of your cards to another player, so that's great for you. And also, the other sides of the bear that have not been connected to something as you played it can no longer be played on, so that bear is a stop point for all the other players and yourself for the rest of the game. As soon as a player plays their last card, the round ends and everybody counts up their points. Any honeycomb you have left in your hand at the end of a round is worth 5 points. Any drones, workers, or flowers you have left in your hand at the end of the round are worth 10 points each, and if you happen to keep a bear in hand, the bears are worth 15 in your hand at the end of the round, so get them out. The game feels really satisfying the entire time you're playing, because you're always looking for spots you can fit a card legally to form at least 2 connections, and if you can manage to pull it off, that feels great. If you happen to get the bonus as well, that is even cooler. And one of the things I like most is that they've given some of the more powerful cards that wild spot on them. That means that you might want to save these because they're the ones that have a better chance of getting you those bonus plays, but they're also worth more points at the end of the round, so you want to get them out of your hand and not get stuck with them. It's also just got a really good take that feel as you're forcing other players to draw extra cards, and it doesn't feel great to have to draw extra cards, but that also gives you more options to possibly bonus off in the future, so in the end it feels like a really nice balanced game. That is Bears and Bees from Grandpa Beck's. Thank you so much.